Yeah, I know. So basically, what's
You
happened
said
is,
fun, you liar.
Liar.
no, but it is fun. It is fun because we can take the piss. So, Star Wars director Charmin Obaid-Chinoy declares, "It's about time we had a woman come forward to shape the story in a galaxy far, far away." What's Kathleen Kennedy then? But Kathleen
she
Kennedy's been...
serious?
Yes, she is. Kathleen Kennedy's been control of the whole thing. What are you on about, you absolute dunce? What an
Well,
utter imbecile.
I'd argue that Star Wars has been shaped by women since the beginning. Marsha Lucas,
Yeah.
Carrie
Yeah, you're right.
Fisher.
Yeah.
But this
Goes
is
on.
what they do, right? They want to be the first ever. So she's the first female director directing a movie, even though there's been female directors of the TV series.
She's the first female director of a Star Wars thing that was born on a Tuesday in a month that wasn't summer, but may have been on some other continent
God.
in
She
July.
wears really dumb hats. I hate her hats.
I don't know. I'm just
one of
making
the-
shit up. Because she is
one of
too.
the say that.
Because that's all she's doing is making shit up.
No, she really is. So basically, what's the story, right? Director Charmin Obaid-Chinoy, CNN did a New Year celebration where they spoke to her. It's part of their new... It was the weirdest thing. She's a nobody director. Why is CNN interviewing her?
She's a documentarian.
Is
She's an
Rey
activist.
slowly turning into a boy?
So anyway, she said that Star Wars finally had a woman come forward to shape the story in a galaxy far, far away. So speaking with CNN, said filmmaker and activist Charmin Obaid-Chinoy is the only female director to have won 2 Academy Awards by the age of 37. Who the fuck cares? Was she on a period at the same time? Is that going to be part of the record now? Fucking no one cares. She's also the first woman and first person of color. I mean, she's a mild shade of color. Yeah, maybe.
These guys
But
are
anyway,
really
she's the first
racist.
person of color to direct a Star Wars film, and it's set to be released in 2026. So here's what she says about it. I am thrilled about the project because I think what we're about to create is something very special. And we are in 2024 now, and I think it's about time we had a woman come forward to shape the story in a galaxy far, far away. Right, few things. And then I'll let you guys chime in. Few things. What you're creating is not special. What you're creating is a mass reveal to the world that Star Wars is dead, which I cannot wait. That's the only thing is special about this. That's the only thing that is special about this, is the fact that the film you make will reveal to everyone how utterly decimated Star Wars is in the eyes of the fans. So that's funny. Secondly, you're not shaping shit story, love, because you were brought on as a second-rate director for hire when the story was initially pitched by fucking Damon Lindelof. And he decided to leave. So you're not shaping any story.
I
you
think
were
he
just
was
a director
fired.
for
He was
hire
fired, but yeah.
and a dumb moron that stayed on after the fact. It's still his story.
Oh, I don't think it's his story anyway. I think it was a right for hire. I think he was told what to make.
Well, still,
just
she
didn't
ain't
like it.
She's not shaping anything. And
No,
also,
no.
you're telling me you had a woman come forward to show, as Tom said, there's been multiple women, but you've also got the most incompetent woman running Star Wars as it is now anyway. But remember, guys, you can't criticize her because she's a female person of color.
This is what happens when you use the Pander Stone.
So thoughts, Tom?
They didn't watch South Park. No, I mean, God, at this point, like, it wasn't bad enough when they already did it, so they're doing it again. I mean, Jesus.
Put another gay diverse woman in it. Make it more fucking lame.
That's pretty much where we're at right now. I mean, nobody wants this. Nobody gives a shit about Rey. Because you're right. I mean, she didn't really create anything for this story. This is something that was dictated to her as to what they wanted out of it. Marsha Lucas is clearly the first woman of Star Wars. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. As many people have testified throughout the years she was the woman who saved it in the edit. And I mean, one could argue that Lucasfilm was built for her, and the prequels were George Lucas working some shit out because of her.
Yeah.
I mean, and Carrie Fisher was a ghostwriter on episode 3. You had plenty of women throughout that had a lot of influence around George. I mean, this is just nonsense. And I mean, not to mention just completely tone deaf, considering we've had nothing but the Force is female bullshit for the last almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
And nobody had a problem with Rey to begin with. Otherwise, the first movie wouldn't have made $2.5 billion at the box office. The problem set in later. We all know this. At the end of the day, it was an unearned, unwanted, unwarranted bait and switch on us. And I mean, she bypassed the plot completely. Like the power coupling or whatever the fuck it was in the or the compressor. That's what it was. The bypass the compressor. Like, I mean, she didn't learn anything. She didn't sacrifice anything.
No, it's no hero's journey.
No, there's nothing about her journey that was heroic whatsoever.
It's a hero's journey. Come on.
So you basically just steal shit from everybody else?
Yeah, that's a hero.
Is it all women? Is that what they're implying? Is that all women know how to do? They can't earn shit on their own. They can just take from others.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I mean, that's what they're implying. I would never imply that.
I would, because I'm a raging
Look, baby,
misogynist.
did put a chicken in, make her gay.
I don't think that's true.
No, I'm not a misogynist. Of course not. But it's funny to play up to people that are so dumb that think I am. I love women. Mm-mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
You're so canceled.
Anyway, keep going. What do you think, Coach? Come on.
Look, there's so many reasons here. I have to tell you, I did not have to look far for this Obadiah thingamadingy bongabong lady. I looked Obadiah Badaba Duba Chibaya, whatever.
Racist.
I looked her up. I don't know. I looked her up, and the first picture that came up was her standing at a podium at the World Economic Forum. So,
well, that speaks.
That's why I picked that picture for the stinger, and that's why I put it in the Imperial Senate floor, right? But that was the first thing, and then I was like, okay, this is not looking good. If you're a keynote speaker at that thing in 2013, you're already pretty evil. So now we're going to stack evil on top of writing Star Wars. No, thank you.
Well, she said stuff like this before, look. So, speaking with Vice News on TikTok, that's why Vice is completely disgraced and a lump of shit now. Because they do interviews on TikTok. And they've gone bankrupt as well. Anyway, my name is Sharmina Bade Chinoy, and I'm directing the next Star Wars film.
Oh, God.
I'm excited about bringing Daisy Ridley back into the Star Wars galaxy. And in telling her story, I am excited to be immersed in the Jedi Academy. And I think there is so much excitement around the new Jedi Order. From who? Who is excited about the new Jedi Order?
I am.
No one.
Oh.
Who?
Me.
The only one who's excited about this is Daisy Ridley because she'll actually get a fucking paycheck.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is the first time she's worked since what? That Murder on the Orient Express, or has she done anything since then?
She only got two. She only got 2 jobs after Star Wars, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Well, look, I tell a lie. I am excited because I can make
You're gonna buy a boat
of videos, and then maybe I will be able to buy a TA21 or TA22 Toyota Celica with a 1UZ swapped in it.
That was
and
the
have it
second
shipped
thing I was going
over
to say.
from Southeast Asia. So
Yep.
I'm very excited about potentially
Getting a
making
new
loads
car.
of money off of ripping the absolute piss out of this movie. Anyway, my car obsession needs to stop.
I
Anyway,
almost
should
wonder
more-
if her. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I almost wonder if her crack about, a woman running Star Wars is more of a crack towards Jon Favreau and shit in the last few years via
Oh, no,
Kathleen Kennedy.
I don't think she's that intelligent to do that, to be fair.
No.
But she says, I've always kicked open doors that were previously closed. And I think my feeling is that there is a critical
That's called breaking
mass
and entering, bitch. Sorry.
and I think my feeling is that there is a critical mass of women who have begun to move forward in places that were previously closed to them.
Is it a critical mass of women or women of critical mass?
Oh boy.
But no one there was women directing. There was women in Star Wars. What is she on about?
Who's
There's a
Deborah
woman in
Chow?
charge of Star Wars. There was women directing Star Wars TV shows. What are you on about, you dunce?
I forgot. Who was Deborah Chow again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Directed a whole
what about-
entire Obi-Wan series all
and
by
what-
herself.
And Ron
And what about
Howard's
this
daughter?
acolyte with the head
Bryce
job
Dallas
lady?
Howard.
Yeah,
and
Bryce Dallas
Leslie
Howard,
Head
maybe.
Job.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Do you want to see a
Really?
picture of the Lucasfilm writers' room? Anybody?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's all
Hang
chick.
on here. Give me about 2 seconds here. I'll bring one up. Yeah, it's like almost
anyway.
all chicks.
God. But no, there's no women, remember? There's no women there.
Now, there is a
movie
few guys, but this picture doesn't show it.
What's this thing?
Blue, ba-ba-dee,
Oh, there we go.
Now,
that
one of these
strong
is no longer here, of
reverse.
course. That would be the one who took the blame for everything. What's her face? Kiri Hart is no longer a part of this group. But yeah.
Gotta have the full guy. Gotta have the full guy.
Yeah.
But the thing is as well, right? So it's important, right? It's important to note this movie will be special, and it genuinely will be, because this will go down, I genuinely believe, as the worst box office performance of any Star Wars movie ever. It will eclipse Solo as the worst box office. It will be truly magnificent to see. It will be absolutely awful. Because I really don't think, I mean, clearly they don't think that they have disenfranchised people that much, but they really have. They truly have. And I don't think they realise just how little people give a shit about this. And it's going to be so funny to watch. Because it will... my hot prediction is going to do way worse than Solo. Hands down. Daisy Ridley is so incredibly unlikable. No one cares about Rey. Thoughts?
I don't know that you can put more air in this room. I mean, honestly, there's no love for Star Wars anymore. There's apathy. It went from contempt to apathy. They're done. It's over. Star Wars is dead for most fans. They all the generational goodwill is gone. And you didn't create any fans in this new audience that you went looking for, this modern audience that doesn't exist. You didn't. None of those people are pay any money to go see your stuff, buy your stuff, anything. They don't buy books. They don't buy merchandise. They don't buy movie tickets. So, who's going to go see Daisy Ridley? Nobody.
Yeah.
All the little girls at the end of the last Star Wars movie were freaking out, yelling at the screen when they killed Reylo, right?
Yeah.
Because they killed Kylo Ren off. I mean,
and
and they were mad. It's like, oh, we didn't get the love story. We were the shipping, and look, you don't want the Bumble kids. You don't want the Tinder kids. You don't want that group of freak shows to be your fans, because there are not very many of them, and they're very fickle. So I'm telling you, you're right. There's so much damage to the brand of Star Wars that they can't even drum up interest in their television programs on their streaming service. Those are falling off a cliff. I don't know, Tom. What do you think? I mean, you're the voice of reason here.
What do I think?
I like turtles.
That's what I thought.
I don't give a shit about Star Wars anymore. I really don't. That's where I'm at with this. Apathy is so set in that, like, I'm like Mr. H at this point. Like, go ahead, do it. I'd like to buy a boat. I could use a house. Keep fucking doing this. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it. You didn't learn a lesson at all from. Boy, they tried to keep that South Park episode and supposedly bitched about it. You know, but they didn't learn a damn thing from it, did they?
Well, because we know best at all times. That's their attitude.
Well, they got to double down now. This is the Batwoman of fucking movies at this point.
Yeah,
They can't admit they screwed up. You know, what I find most hilarious about this whole thing was that Kathleen Kennedy herself even got sent through a struggle session over the whole thing with Boyega. Talk about somebody who got screwed in this whole situation. And that's what I meant earlier about us, getting, bait and switch. Because we all thought he was going to be a Jedi too. I mean, motherfucker had a lightsaber in the damn trailers.
Yeah. Oh, so dumb. So dumb.
Like you said, I'm looking forward to it sheerly because I know that I'll be able to make at least 3 or 4 videos.
And I love how we were the racist, sexist ones when I was sitting there laughing my ass off at every dumb motherfucker was going around going, oh, John Boyega is probably like related to Samuel Jackson's character, Mace Windu. It's like, oh, because or Billy D. Williams' character. It's like, oh, because there can't be any other black people in this fucking universe. But what did they do in the 3rd film? Even though they trimmed around it, guess what, kids? Yeah, that chick, the black chick that they introduced in the 3rd film, that's Lando's daughter.
Dumb.
It's implied in the movie, but it was actually in the final in the script. Yeah.
So lame.
Fucking racist.
So lame. So lame. Right, well, there we go.